Good evening, gladiators. We who are about to play salute you. Hey everybody. Well, it's been about a week since my last Games Gladiator video. I've been a bit sick. The whole family's been sick with some kind of cold plague thingy. Speaking of the plague, great segue here. I got a good game for you tonight. Come Deliverance, which is basically a plague simulator because it's set in the Middle Ages when everyone basically was battling the plague here or there. This game is from Warhorse Studios, who are a Czech studio, and the game is actually set in Bohemia, which is the Czech Republic, basically back in the days of the Holy Roman Empire. I didn't know that. I had to look it up. But this is a pretty cool game. I played it for about 20 minutes the other day, but I thought we'd give it another go tonight and just dig a little bit into what it's like to be a medieval peasant. All right, let's get stuck in. Here we go. So yeah, Warhorse Studios. These guys raised about $2 million on Kickstarter, I think, of a budget of about $5 million they wanted, and I think they approached a Czech billionaire to fund the rest. And it's an ambitious project. I believe the team is quite small, much smaller than the team from CD Projekt Red, who make The Witcher, of course. But it's in many ways no less detailed. It's quite a beautiful looking game, even though it has, you know, its share of bugs. The version I'm playing is quite recent. Oh, here we are. Now, I skipped the tutorial because you don't really need to go through that. There's a lot of you chatting to your mother. You're basically a peasant boy. So here we are in our room. I think we've had a little nap on the bearskin rug. Some light streaming through the window. Turn the music up a bit. It's a good looking game and has a lot of really nice sort of ambience to it. A shadow casting on the wall, a pile of wood. So we're a peasant, you know, living in a fairly rudimentary house. You can interact with things, but I can't remember what you can interact and what you can't because I open. Okay, so we can carrot, take them all. Yeah, you can interact with some things, much like most role-playing games. Here we are. We step out. There's our mother. Hello, mother. So you can chat to her.
There you are, good as new. You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Yeah, so without any context, that would be rather strange, but I believe that our main character got in a fight the night before and has woken up, you know, in a bit of a bad state. And your first task is to sort of, you know, do some jobs for your father. So there's some lovely foliage there, and, you know, a broken down plow. I got a really good computer with a good video card. The frame rate is a little choppy, but it could be because we're also recording video. There's our father, who's a bit of a surly blacksmith. He's tempering a sword there that's going through the stone. A little bit of a bug. Should I warn him about that? Hello, father. Oh yeah, he wants us to... No. Got to go to a sword fighting lesson.
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment. Get a move on. You have to finish this sword today.
Yeah, so we have to get some materials for a sword, I believe, but I can't remember what. I'm sure there's a quest tab. Yeah, I didn't play this for that long the other night, and I did skip through it, as I tend to do. You know, that's my thing, is really not doing a lot of research before I play these things. I think it's fun. You know, let's go into this blind together. So we're in this sort of town on a hill. It's quite a wide vista you can see once you get out of that area. So the quest log is J. So he wants us to buy some charcoal. Yeah, we've got a bunch of crap things we've got to do. You can get a horse. That's our character here. We've got some different stats. Classic role-playing. It's a classless role-playing game. When I say that, I don't mean it has no class, because there's clearly, you know, a bit of class to it. What I mean by that is that you can be anything you want. If you want to be a bard, you can be a bard. If you want to be a fighter, you can be a fighter. You just have to build up the different stats by using them, which is very similar to a Skyrim, that kind of thing. And you know, quite a realistic thing, rather than saying, you know, you're a wizard, Harry, or something like that. There's our map. Really quite a nice medieval picture there. I really like the presentation of this, and the fonts and the way the UI and everything. It's quite nice. In my first opinion of it is, this feels to me a little like what I imagine if the Ultima series had kept going. This is what it would have looked like in first person. I know they made Ultima Shroud of the Avatar, but this feels more like an Ultima than that game to me. Oh yeah, does he sell charcoal? Will you give us? No? Charcoal, what? Talk to him. I want to interrupt this guy. You a helper? Rude. You're the charcoal guy. Hello, sir. I wish to buy some charcoal. Let's talk trade. So I want to buy some charcoal. This is fascinating medieval life. We're buying and selling charcoal. Yeah, we'll buy some charcoal. Yep. Don't know how much I want. Maybe 10. I guess that's enough. Check basket. Close the deal. Don't have enough money. We have no wealth. Or can I steal it, perhaps? Can I haggle? I have no money. How's that for you? So there's quite a complicated haggling system here as well, it looks like. Alright, so we can make that up and down and close that. So I'm prepared to pay nothing. Well, we need some money. Maybe this guy will... Good health to you, sir. Play dice. Yeah, there's a lot to it, a lot of depth. I mean... Okay. Here's a dice game of some sort. We'll leave that game. I'll run away if I can. I gave up, but we didn't really have any money to lose anyway. There's a greengrocer and some soldiers. So this, yeah, as I was saying, this is based on the Kingdom of Bohemia, which was the Holy Roman Empire, Czech Republic, and a lot of the locations of the game are from that time. Oh, shall we steal something? No, not right now. I'd like to get out of this village and explore the wilderness a little bit. It's a, you know, it's a realistic looking game. It doesn't have that usual sort of fantasy look to it. This is, you know, a real medieval game, and by that I mean that food can perish and items can degrade, and It's realistic. So people don't like when you... So that's kind of cool. If you go into someone's house, they see you snooping around, they don't like it. Which is very realistic because, you know, in Skyrim and Ultimate games like that, you can just do what you want, really. Ah, cool. We'll take all that. See if we can get away with that. Hopefully we can get out of here without them noticing. Leave via the roof. It's a lockpick. We don't have a lockpick. I'd love to have to get out the window. But maybe we would just have to sneak off at the roof. And right, I have made something my own, and no one is any the wiser. Right. No one knew that, so we stole some things. It was nice. Horses also play a big part in the game, apparently. You know, the horse has its own AI, and you got to train it and bond with it. Private area again. Hi. No chat. Hello. What's your name? Zibcheck. Oh! Just punched him in the face. Alright, well that wasn't wise. But, oh, I can't say he didn't deserve it. It's quite... Combat is, you know, quite literally in your face. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. How do I get out of combat? Oh no. Oh, really? He's just kneed me in the head. Oh dear. Serious wounds. I want to break out of this combat. How can I run away? Oh. Oh, go away. Oh, now the guards have arrived. I bet they take his side, not mine. Come on. Chickens, defend me! Oh, poor chicken. Oh, so what's happened here? I surrender. Alright. Well, start brewing. Loser. I nearly punched him again, but I didn't. He's got a very punchable face, doesn't he? I should make haste, I think. Let's get out of this town. This 2-star town. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, armor and weapons can degrade. There was a game many years ago called Betrayal at Krondor, which is based on the books by the great fantasy author Raymond E. Feist, and I've read most of them. What? Okay. What crime? What crime? This guy has a bucket on his head. How can I take him seriously? Sue me, I haven't got any money, fool. I've been given a secret task. That failed. There's some kind of fun dialogue options where you can try and, you know, bribe the guards or fool them. I haven't got any money, so what are they going to do? Oh, I'm going to jail. Oh, it's about almost out of this downtown. Alright. Jail it is. I bet we lose some stats. Oh, you bastard. Bloody pothead. Pothead. Alright, so we're in jail. It's some impressive work, this game, and the presentation is excellent, and the voices and the environments, the textures. There's a lot to it, especially for a, you know, pretty small team from what I gather. They've done a bloody good job, and I know there was some early reports of bugs and so on, but, you know, this is pretty cool, and if you're into sort of medieval times and so on like I am, I think you'd really enjoy this. The motion capture is good, the models are awesome, the sound is excellent. You're probably not getting a really good taste of it from the video, but in my speakers it sounds really good. So we're in jail and there's some kind of riot or something. smoke filling our cell. That's not good. That fire looks awesome. But we're in trouble, it seems like. What? Died in jail? We never got a chance to escape. Well, let's continue and see where we left off. Raymond E. Feist, who wrote the Crondor books, Magician, Silverthorn, and Darkness at Sethlon, and all these fantasy books, also made a computer game called Betrayal at Crondor. And in that game, you could sharpen your weapons with a whetstone, and food would go off and all sorts of stuff. It was once described as an accountant's view of the Middle Ages, and a lot of it was very tedious work, but the game was quite cool. And this is a long time ago. This is in the 90s. I think it's like 1992 or something. At the time it was very realistic, and this has sort of shades of that. So we're back in our house. I am going to try and get out of this town because I feel like I don't want to do that mission. It'll take too long, and I want to explore a bit of the countryside and see what magic it holds. Now, this is a medieval game, but it's not a fantasy game. Or when you get tired, the screen gets like that. So when I say it's not a fantasy game, there's no dragons and elves and trolls and beholders and orcs and all that sort of mischief. It's very much a simulation of medieval life and all the good and bad that comes with it. In the beginning of this video I mentioned the plague, and I believe you can actually get sick and contract the plague from rats and things like that, and that's quite cool. Remember this clown? I bet he doesn't remember us because that was in the previous game, so I want to get out. Damn it, man, why can't I get out of the damn town? I get annoyed when in these games you can't just leave.
Damn.
Well, I wish to leave. Also a very punchable face. How can I get out of this town? I can see out. I can't jump over the fence. There's nothing in here. This is a high platform here. Can I jump over that? No, it's too well defended. Ah, the life of the medieval peasant. There's a cow. On guard, cow. Well, the cow's having none of it. I've had friends that have played this and said, you know, there are many different systems, from lock picking to you know, forging weapons and that kind of thing, and it's quite impressive. Flowers blowing in the wind. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, to be honest, these days I just don't have time to play a game like this properly, just because I spend a lot of my free time programming, really. You know, I work at Whiskey Barrel on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and build swords and sandals, and the other days I have a day job, and so by the time I get home and, you know, get my son bathed and read a book and in bed. Oh, poor chicken. Can we take that chicken? Yeah, take it. Great, there you go. Enterprising. By the time all that, you know, it's late and tired, so there's not much more time than this to really make games, you know. My cat has just turned up. He's sleeping on the bed behind us, so we might hear him. Oh no, he's left the room again. There you go. So I walk around this town. I know there's a quest we've got to do, but I'm kind of not that interested in it, even though I know I'm supposed to. What actually do we have to do? Let's have a look. So, a sword fighting lesson. Buy a bag of charcoal. So maybe, yeah, collect a debt. Ain't nobody got time for that. There's our cat. There's another cat. Minnie. Max and Minnie. Maximus and Minimus. You guys didn't need to know that, but that's fascinating stuff. So yeah, there's a lot to this. The older I get, the more impressive these games get. And sadly, the less time I have to play them, you know. It's always one of those things where you go, you know what, I'll play that one day. That looks great. There's a game that I really want to show you guys, which you may have played, called Divinity Original Sin 2. I haven't played the first one, but I played about 8 hours of the second one over December last year, before Isaac was born, and I had a bit of free time, and that was awesome. That was one of the best role-playing games I've ever played, and you know, I didn't get that far in it, but I really want to show you guys that. But I also really want to play that properly and just explore it, but I just don't know when I'm going to find the time, you know. So we're not even getting the option to leave the town. I bet there's just one button that we're just not pressing. Sneak, you can sneak around. Hello. Sneaking around the... Alright, I guess we go out. Let's give it one go about sort of finding the sword fighting lesson. So I'm imagining of the Kingdom Come Deliverance videos, this probably is the least interesting one you've seen, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think we've arrived at the sword fighting lesson. Let's see. The cutscenes are quite seamlessly woven into the game, and they're using the actual game engine, so it's quite nice, not so jarring, with a bit of sort of blur filters and so on in the background to make it more cinematic. Let's skip that. Skip. We just don't really need to know what's going on. I'm sure that's something. Oh, I do it. What did we just agree to? Who knows? Some medieval adventure? Going to Deutsch's house. Deutsch, German, I guess. So, you lead. I don't really know where I'm going. Fritz. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's follow these ruffians. I think they're up to no good. The running looks a bit silly.
Hey, watch it.
What's that plan of attack? So I think we'll get into a bit of fisticuffs and we'll call it a night. What do you reckon?
Wait. We have to check the coast is clear. Why? Deutsch is the tavern. But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son. And that's a problem? Aye, it is. Why me?
They're up to no good, clearly.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Lure Deutsch's wife away. From where? Ah, is that the wife?
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern.
What sort of nonsense?
Well,
So we're telling some lies, basically.
you might have met.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets to another fight.
Oh, cool, blimey. All my plums. Don't know why they've got sort of Cockney English accents when this is supposed to be set in Bohemia, or, you know, Czech accents. My one of my great friends, John Stayskull, is Czech, and doesn't sound like that at all, but I mean, he's Australian. But, you know, I guess it's an English-speaking audience. But sometimes you think, you know, maybe at least put a Czech accent on or something. Who knows? Troublemakers, I tell ya. So we got some combat. Here we go. We'll actually get into a real fight. Some troublemakers. Oh. I'm getting tired here. Okay, regain my stamina. Oh, he was one of our guys. Sorry, buddy. He's punching on everyone. He really is up in your face, you know, literally. Oh, he's out. Well, Zipshake was the guy that we got in a fight before, didn't we? That clown. Doesn't remember me. Oh dear. So much for my friends helping me. Come on, guys. We're all in this together. Well, that ends our medieval adventure for tonight. Look, it does look like a lot of fun. I'm sure there's so much more to it, and I really didn't even get to see outside the town and ride a horse or have any real, you know, real adventure. But if you're into the medieval times and the Middle Ages and so on, you could do a lot worse than that. And if you enjoy games like The Witcher and Skyrim and so on, it seems to be in that vein. And already, I haven't played this that long, but I probably prefer it to Skyrim. I didn't love Skyrim in the way everyone else did. I thought Skyrim was a buggy mess and didn't like the characters and so on, but I know a lot of people did love it, so what are you going to do? But I do like this so far. Yeah, I'd love to give it another go at some point. Well, that's it for this evening. I'm hoping over the next couple of days to show you some footage from Swords and Sandals Pirates, because that is moving along very well, and I'm really hoping to get it launched by November, latest December, before Christmas anyway. Anyway, have a wonderful evening, and may your days in the Middle Ages be plague free. Alright, bye for now.